Hello, my friends. Philip the Pilot here. Welcome back to my channel. This is part two of the 9/11 series, but it's part 14 of the My Pilot Journey series. Something I started to give my kids a bigger insight as to who I am, what I am, and why I think the way I do. It's also my hope that by giving them this insight into who I am, they will be inspired, they will be motivated to pursue their own goals in life despite whatever setbacks they may face. In the last video, I left off where we had just arrived in the Middle East and we were doing what is it we were sent there to do. I was at sea for 99 days. The last time I saw land was when we went through the Suez Canal. While we were out there, the leadership of the military would show up and have these all hands meeting where they would tell us that the entire country is supporting us. They're behind us, and we are out here doing a good thing and pursuing justice for those who were unjustly terminated in the attack of September 11. After 99 days, I flew off the ship and I went to Bahrain. I think I spent 12 hours in Bahrain. I then took a bus from Bahrain to the airport. I flew from there to Egypt, Egypt to Holland, Holland to LAX. When I went through Bahrain, Egypt, and Holland, I presented my military ID and they let me through customs. It was an ease. When I got to LAX, however, it was a completely different story. At LAX, I approached the custom officer. I present my passport. I presented him with my orders, official orders. And the reason I showed him the orders was because he refused to recognize my US passport. When he took the orders, he looked at them, he refused those also. He looked at me and he said, the US embassy in Germany was broken into a few days ago and they stole the passport making machine and the orders making machine and they sound like you. I'm saying, what? Remember, I just came back from fighting for the country for 99 days and I've left 5,000 hardworking men and women out there doing the same thing. I went through multiple countries to get back to the country I'm fighting for. But when I got here, I encountered a racist remarks because of the color of my skin and because of my accent. I was detained at LAX. They put me in this room. I don't recall how long I sat there for. But after a while, these two young Marines came down and began to interrogate me. One of the questions they asked was, where is the ship? I told them, I don't know where the ship is. I left the ship 3 days ago. And if I did know where the ship is, I was never going to tell you anyway. One of them looked at the custom officer and said, he is good, let him go. This was a very painful experience for me. And for the first time, I realized how the Vietnam veterans felt when they came back from that war. To go out to fight for someone, only to have that someone insult you by using a racist remark because of how you sound, is extremely painful. As if this wasn't bad enough, when I hit the streets of LA, I realized that most people, almost the entire country, had forgotten what had happened in New York. People were proceeding with their everyday lives as if there wasn't a big hole in the middle of Manhattan. In fact, people were beginning to use the tragedy as a means to make money. There were folks on street corners selling American flag. There were people on Wall Street trying to figure out how we can still make money. People, the society didn't care. And this was disappointing because I immediately realized that the 5,000 hardworking men and women I left on that ship thought that they were doing something that the country supported them for, thought they were doing something that was honorable. They were, but the country didn't give a shit. No one cared. And I felt hurt because of that. My shipmates were there doing what we were trained to do. The leadership lied and said that they were being supported at home, when in fact, no one cared. The only people that really cared were the immediate family members of those who were out serving, those who hadn't seen them for 5 to 6 months. And of course, by the time the ship I was on got back to the US, they were at sea for 9 months. The only person met them when they returned were their family members, but besides that, no one else cared. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should get some ticket parade and be treated like heroes. No, we sign up to fight. That's what we do. But it would be nice if the country shows some type of gratitude. For this reason, whenever someone tell me thank you for your service, I get annoyed because they don't know what it's like. They don't know what that service takes. They don't know the toll it takes on the individual. They don't know the toll it takes on the family members. For them, it's just thank you for your service. It's just words, and they move on with their everyday life. And after you're out there fighting for them, they decide to take this great liberty that many have sacrificed for them to have and use it to insult someone like myself because of the color of my skin or the sound of my voice. It's unbelievable. But then I guess that's just the way things are. When I got back here, I stayed in Lancaster, California for about 2 or 3 weeks. I then flew to Florida, where I attend my C school to become a jet mechanic. All right, guys, I think that's it for this one. As always, I hope you guys find this video informative, helpful, and inspiring. If you have any suggestions or comments or anything you would like me to cover about my journey to becoming a pilot, leave them in the comment section below. Until next time, be good.